In this lecture, I am going to explain about exception handling in Java. First, I'll explain what is exception. If you observe, in any programming language, we will get two types of errors. First one is compile time error and the next one is runtime error. If you do not follow the language syntax properly, then we will get the compile time errors. For example, all of you see this Java program. This is a Java program to divide two numbers. The name of this Java program is exception example 1. Here, if you observe, at system.out.println statement, I have not written any semicolon at the end of the statement. That is, I didn't follow the language syntax properly. Okay, here I am saving the program. Then I am trying to compile the program. Javac exception example 1.java. This is the command for compilation. So when I compile this program, I got an error message like this: semicolon expected. Here we get this error because we didn't follow the language syntax properly, right? So if you do not follow the language syntax properly, then we will get errors at the time of compilation phase. This error is called compile time error because we got this error at the time of compilation phase. So now, if I write the semicolon at the end of this system.out.println statement, now we will check the output. Here we followed the language syntax properly, right? We will try to compile the program and we will execute the program. So after compilation, there are no errors in the program and we will try to execute the program. Java exception example 1. So we got the output as 3.333 something, right? So if you follow the language syntax properly, then there is no error at the time of compilation. Here if you observe, A is of type double, B is of type double. So if you perform any arithmetic operation on A by B, then you should get the result as double type value, right? Here if you observe, we got the output as 3.333 something. That is, the result is of type double. So now I'll explain the runtime errors. So in some situations we do not get any errors at the time of compilation phase, but at the time of executing the program, because of some unexpected event, we will get errors at the time of executing the program. Those errors are called runtime errors. I'll explain this concept with the help of an example. All of you see this Java program. Here if you observe, here we are trying to calculate the value of A by B. Here A is of type double. Let us assume that A is of type double and B is also, it is of type double. Copy, paste. Okay, so now we are trying to perform one arithmetic operation on A by B. So if I calculate the value of A by B, then what is the value of A by B? 10 by 0 is nothing but infinity, right? So anything by 0 is nothing but infinity. So here I am compiling the program. Javac exception example. Javac exception example 2, right? So exception example 2.java. So there are no errors at the time of compilation. So we think that there are no errors at the time of compilation and we will try to execute the program. So if I execute the program, then we got the output as infinity. We got the output as infinity. So here if you observe, if you perform arithmetic operation on two double values, then we should get the output as double value, right? Here infinity is also a valid double value. So we got the output as infinity. If I write minus A by B here, then what is the output? We get the output as minus infinity. Java C exception example 2.java for compilation, and Java C Java exception example 2 is the command for execution. So we got the output as minus infinity, right? So minus infinity is also a valid double value, like 3.2, 3.4, 3.5, minus infinity and plus infinity. These two values are valid double values. That is the reason we got the output as infinity in the previous case, and in this case we got the output as minus infinity. So now I'll explain what is runtime errors. So all of you see this Java program. Now instead of writing double, here I am writing int. Now A is of type int and B is of type int. So here I am saving the program. Now we will compile the program. There are no errors at the time of compilation phase. Java C exception example 2.java. There are no errors at the time of compilation. So we think that there are no errors in the program and we will get the correct output. But if you execute the program, then you will get one error. What is the error? Arithmetic exception division by 0 is the error. So at the time of compilation there is no error, but at the time of executing the program we got an error. So this error is called runtime error because we got this error at the time of executing the program. Runtime errors are nothing but exceptions. Runtime errors are nothing but exceptions. So now we will check the program once. So here if you observe, A is of type int, B is of type int. So what is the value of minus 10 by 0 or 10 by 0? 10 by 0 value is infinity. But infinity is not a valid integer value. So after calculating the value of A by B, it cannot produce infinity as the output because infinity is not a valid integer value. So the value of A by B cannot be calculated and it cannot produce result as plus infinity or minus infinity. So at this particular point, the execution flow of statement will be stopped abnormally. Okay, because of some unexpected event, the execution flow of this statement will be stopped abnormally and the rest of the statements in the program will not be executed because at this particular point execution flow will be altered and it will display some system error message in the output screen like this. System error message is nothing but this message cannot be understandable by the normal user. So it is not recommended to display system error message in the output screen. So we need to convert system error messages into user friendly messages. User friendly messages are nothing but user understandable messages. So we need to convert this system error message into user friendly message. So the process of converting system error message into user friendly message is known as exception handling. So converting system error message into user friendly message is known as exception handling. So instead of displaying arithmetic exception division by 0, we should display a message like please do not enter 0 in place of denominator. So we should display a message like that. Now every user can understand that message. Okay, system error message is nothing but arithmetic exception division by 0. So no one can understand this message. But if you write the message like please do not enter 0 in place of denominator, then everyone can understand your message, right? So we need to convert system error message into user friendly message because it is not recommended to display system error message because it cannot be understandable by the normal user. So we need to convert system error message into user friendly message. The conversion process of system error message into user friendly message is known as exception handling.